Okay, here we go. My name is Philip Martin. I am the traveling trader. And here we have a client that has been working with me for about 3 months now. And what's up, Michael? How you doing?
What's up? Uh, it's hard, but I'm surviving.
Harvey, so how's Poland, brother?
Uh, well, we are beginning the third wave, so we'll probably start closing again. I don't know.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I hate to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've been sick for a week, but I think I'm good. Good now. I think it wasn't COVID, but who knows?
Well, you're here. Props to you for that. So just got to push through, power through. I know. How's your typical job going? How's that working?
Uh, there's not much going on there right now, so it's it's good for this time, so I have more time to let my body regenerate and so on. So
Good, 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 good,
but
good.
I've been trading. I missed Friday. I think I had a fever, so I wasn't in a good state of mind to do anything. But apart from that, yeah, I've been trying to eat some green every day, whether it's a green trade or a green vegetable. But
That's
you
excellent,
need
man. I
some green.
mean, dude, you said a super key thing right there. Is you're like I was not in a good mindset. You said you're literally sick. You got a fever, and so you didn't trade on last Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a huge skill to have as a trader to be able to acknowledge and know and admit uh, that that is in fact the case. So big props to you there for that. I mean, that's it takes a lot of humility to be able to do that and just a lot of self awareness. So
Yeah, I actually had one of the days last week. I had three green trades, and I noticed after the third one that I got excited. I noticed that I had three green trades. I got excited and I just stopped trading at the moment. So I was very proud of it. But I noticed.
that's
But
it.
for some reason, after the first one and the second one, like emotionally, I didn't change. I don't know. Somehow it didn't register in my mind that I had the green trade. And after third one, I noticed and I got excited and I stopped. And
Well, you were in the zone. You were in the zone. You didn't even notice you were doing green trades, and you just were doing it. That's it's a bit of the flow state in the brain, right? When when you're riding a bike, you're not necessarily thinking about every pedal that you pedal. You're just riding the bike. Very much the same thing when you get in the zone. You've been doing it. You built the habit. You built the reflexes. You're doing it, and you just said the magic words, and you didn't even notice you were doing it.
Mhm.
That's so beautiful, man. Like that is so powerful because that's literally like that's the magic sauce. That's what I literally like try. That's what I try to explain to people all the time. It's like, dude, I'm not thinking about doing this and I'm doing this. I'm just doing it. And that's what you just said. And that's what you've already reached, this early in your trading career. You actually hired a mentor, streamlined the process for you. And now 3-4 months in, like, oh yeah, I didn't even know I was doing it. And you're doing it. Okay. That's fantastic, man. I'm really happy here. That's excellent. Because that really is the goal. That really is what I want this to be for people. Is I want it to be like riding a bike. Like it shouldn't be this like super crazy stressful thing. It should just be like, yeah, I came in and I did the exact same thing I do every day. Right? We're looking for the same thing. We're looking for the main, most obvious move on the strongest stock of the day. It's coming right off, somewhere at the top of the gap scanner. A lot of times it's the top one at the gap scanner, but if it's not, it's one of the few, at the top of the gap scanner. And you're just looking for that move. So tell me about it. How did it go?
Uh, Well, we'll get to it when we review the trades.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
hop onto it here. Let me go ahead and make you post so you can share. Boom, boom. Yep. That's so fantastic, man. I'm so glad to hear that. I didn't even know I was doing it.
Okay. So this is, what is it? This is Tuesday last week. Yeah, so I tried to go to my real account to see if a problem with getting filled with high momentum is a problem of a simulator. And it turned out that it wasn't the problem of a simulator because I had a similar thing here.
What broker are you using again?
This is Traders Workstation, but I have an account with Links Broker. They are a proxy for Interactive Brokers.
Okay,
Well,
so
basically Interactive Brokers, but I have a Polish customer support.
okay, got it. So this is what, last Monday then?
This is Tuesday last week. We had a call Monday last week, so this is Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday last week.
Where is it? Wait, I moved this somewhere. Over here. Yeah, so this is around the bell, and this is when I didn't get filled. But if I've gotten filled, I would have earned money.
Okay. Yep. See
Yeah,
that
so
volume
here,
coming in nicely.
so here I tried to enter when I saw it kind of breaking through,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not getting filled, but
Got
but
it.
it went to 440 at some point, so I would have, yeah, but it's not going through, and I just canceled it because it was already high and I didn't want to. Yeah, but it went.
Yeah, you didn't want to get filled after it had already made the move, essentially.
Yeah, like I showed you in previous week, I had it that I was waiting for it to get filled and I was getting filled at the top, so I just canceled it. I wasn't waiting this time.
Okay.
But I had I think green trade later.
So again, we always have to point out, you were right, you just didn't get filled. But you were in fact correct. You did pick the right stock, you picked the right move, you picked the right time to get in, you went to go get in,
Yeah.
happened to not get filled. Maybe you could have gotten in just, a second or two earlier. It seemed pretty appropriate to me where you went to go get in.
Yeah, because like I went immediately when I saw the stock popping up. So like a second or two earlier, it was still stuck in this range, and I wasn't sure where it's going to go.
That's tough. But for the sake of your, psychological trader confidence, you were correct. Just didn't get filled. Technical error.
Yeah. Okay, so here is it. Here it is. And I will enter in 5 seconds. So it was kind of undecided, and then I thought that it was going up, and it did. So it was again stopped moving, and I decided to just, it was kind of undecided. I didn't want to wait longer, so I got 5 cents, and later I see that it was the right decision because as you can see, the next candle was red, so this was the top.
Right. So you got filled at 424. It went all the way up to 439.
I got filled at 419, and then I sold, and I was filled at 24.
Okay. But it did go all the way up to 439.
Yeah, for a second, yeah, but when I decided,
yeah, I would just be punching. If you get it filled at 419, I'd be punching it at 429.
Mm.
I feel like I think
Yeah, like you can see the stop was fired at 28, but I got filled at 24.
okay, okay, okay.
So that's where I wanted to get out, but I got filled
Awesome.
lower. Okay, Wednesday. Wednesday we have one trade.
We had technical error on the first one, but 2 for 2 right now. You're correct in your timing, in your stock choice. So love to see that. Let's see here. So we're coming up to the whole dollar of $5. High of day at 516. Bouncing off the moving averages.
Yeah,
Plenty of volume per 1 minute candlestick.
yeah, it's still, so it didn't look really like a back of the move. I saw that it's holding the averages. And yes, I got in here.
And got in for the break of the whole dollar.
Yeah.
High of day, 516.
Yeah, it was kind of undecided for some time.
I like that you're getting in on the first green candle there, and I like that you're not panicking out of it, giving it its actual chance to work. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. It will be kind of undecided for some time, but when it works, it goes up more.
But you holding for this long and letting it do its thing and work itself out to get over this whole dollar level is a big change for you. I mean, that's a lot of progress for in your terms of your ability to sit and let something work that you believe it's to work. You see the high of day. You see you're in the first green candle there. You see it had a little pullback. It's, you know, bouncing off its moving averages. I don't love the declining volume profile on that.
Yeah, and then I get killed.
There
See?
it goes. There it goes.
It popped for a second up and I got filled. So I got 2%.
2%. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and
that's fantastic, man.
Okay, so it even went, yeah, it went to the previous high.
Yep.
And then maybe it went up. I don't remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it went up still.
But I love that you took profit as soon as you had it. And I love that you see those that inclining volume profile, volume candle profile, boom, boom, boom. That's what we love to see. You are, you know, I'm so proud of you, dog. You've really come a long way, man. That took some real emotional control to be able to sit through that, sit in that, let it work. And lo and behold, you were completely correct. And you did not overstay your welcome. You got in there, you took your 2%, called it a day. I love that.
Okay. So where are we? Oh, I think this is the day with, yeah, this is the day where I did 3 trades.
Okay. So right now, I mean, aside from the one technical error, which you weren't even red on, right? You weren't even red on it. You just didn't get filled going into it. It's not even like you were red. It was just kind of like basically a no trades day, but you were still correct. So 3 out of 3 days here, you're correct. Let's go ahead and see it as a little bit of a higher price stock. We're coming up to the whole dollar. We got high of day at 14.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. We got tons of volume per 1 minute candlestick. Okay.
And I will, and again, I saw it. I thought it's breaking out here. So yeah. Let's try get in.
So you're in.
Yeah.
Filled it 11.95. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at that.
But again, I wasn't waiting too long because it was kind of undecided and I just got out. So it was just 7 cents.
I like that. I think you
But
could
then,
have
but then, as you can see, I was right because the next candle was red.
red. Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
flipping different stock here.
Okay, so next one. Oh no, the next one is. It's the same stock, just 2 minutes later. Yeah, so I get in. Because it looked like it already, yeah, it has nice volume and the candle has only started. Yeah. And here I got 2%, so 20 cents.
20 cents right
Yeah,
there.
12,
Absolutely.
$12 stock, so a bit less than 2%.
But are you watching the level two? Because the level two, I mean, is showing, I mean, it's
No, I was just looking at the candle, but
okay.
it got on the side, kind of. It stopped moving up. It got undecided, so I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, sometimes the level two in the chart can be a little bit.
Yeah, and as you can see, the next candle was very red, so it was the top of this.
Very nice. It was the top. Yeah, man. Dude.
Okay, and the third green one.
Look at
Yeah,
all those
so,
green candles.
yeah, there's a lot of green candles, so I wasn't sure if I should get in on it, but the volume was still good.
hmm
I don't remember right now really what my reasons were.
Okay. Yeah, I don't love that we're not seeing a previous high of day, but you're in at 616. It's already up 642.
Yeah.
You got
And
another green candle. Boom, he's out.
yeah, so 22 cents.
22 cents.
So like
My guy.
1.5%.
12.5%, man. And
It started going down again. So it was the top of the move. So it was a weird day. Yes. And after the third one, I got excited and I stopped trading. So,
dude, I mean, two top of the moves and knew when to stop trading. That's incredible. Like, this is it, man. You're doing it. Like, you've done it. Like, this is literally all you have to do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
so
this is where
last week was really, really good. But then again, this week I was back at being red.
okay.
So we'll see it. Okay, and now, so this is.
Why, just in your words off the top of your head right now, like, why do you feel like you were red this week?
I'm not really sure. Well, I was still sick, so maybe my mind wasn't working. I thought I'm feeling okay to trade, but
Okay, so maybe a little bit of mental.
I also didn't see something popping really nice in the gap scanner, if I remember correctly. So
Yeah, I'm seeing there leading gapper is only up like 51 or 44%.
yeah, before
Definitely, a few things moving, but not a whole ton. Nothing, 60, 80% up like we really like to see. But
wait, no, I think this was Monday. So I think on Monday I was on Monday I was green. So on Tuesday and Wednesday I had green. I had red days. So this one, I remember. Okay, I remember this. So I couldn't find anything good to trade. I was like looking around for 10 minutes or so. And finally, I found this one. So where do I start?
So
So
you
I
came in
saw,
Monday and got the job done. You're green that day.
yeah, so this is Monday. Yeah, so here I thought that it had the bottom already and it's picking up to go up, so I got in.
Okay, well, I mean, let's look at the volume bar profile on that. We got big red can. I mean, I like that the red candles are decline or the red volume bars are declining, and now maybe we've hit a bit of a. How much volume does it have on it for the day?
Uh,
XTNT,
2
XTNT,
million. So
and it's a
it's,
higher float stock at 86 million shares. Yeah,
yeah.
so that's
I
not
was
really
trading just, I saw the candle pattern. I think that's how I,
okay. And I mean, fair enough. I mean, it is a flag pattern and it is bouncing off its moving average, and it does have a high of day at 418 and another lesser high at 4 basically. So I could see, and we're starting to see green on the volume bars down there. So I can see how you would start to think,
yes, like my process was basically that I thought that I've seen the bottom, like,
right,
see the red candle and then the green going up. So I
right.
thought this is the bottom, and that's how I decided to. And this bottom is around the moving averages,
Yep.
so it looked like, you know, yeah, and it went up, and I
Okay.
sold.
So we got another green trade.
Yeah, so this was 10 cents on
Wow,
$3 stock. So
dude.
okay, and I think now is Tuesday and Wednesday that were both red.
So you're coming off of like, what was that? 6 days, 6 green days in a row, or 6 days of
Uh,
being correct in a row.
for so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week. Then Friday I didn't trade because of a fever. So this Monday was the fourth day. I don't remember what happened before our last call. But yeah, so I had 4 green days, 4 small green days in a row. And now I had 2 red days.
All right,
And
let's see how we handle those losses. See how we like to see the gap scanner here. We got NNVC up 93%, JCS up 98%. So that's a good sign for the market that day. Let's see what happens here. I want to
yeah,
see
and
daily.
one of this was up because of some preclinical trial results of some COVID treatment. So
Yep.
it's, and wait, is this? Uh, okay, so this one just went straight down at the open. And this was the one that I thought is going to pop because this one was with the COVID news. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought with people like looking at COVID everywhere, that it's going to be enough to make it go higher, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And I went to the other, so the JCS, that was the other one at the top of the gap scanner.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, but it turned out I missed the move.
Yeah. Well,
I
as
see
you
like
know,
the move here up to the view up already happened. It went down, and I don't know. I shouldn't have entered because usually with this setup, it's like one move up then down, and that's the end. It's not so. It was a bad decision to enter.
yeah, what I really don't like about that one is those two
Yeah.
big green candles, and then everything else after that is just like
Yeah.
doji candles or small candles. I mean, I like that there's a lot of volume in the 1 minute volume bars right there, but
Yeah, I think also what I thought the problem was that I just didn't zoom in on the chart. There was too much, going. from $7 to $15, and you couldn't really see how the stock is really moving because the candles got so small.
Yeah.
So I should have at least zoom in before
Yeah,
I
I can see why that would trick you a little bit. Like, yeah, that's
because on this in this size, like 10 cents move is, I don't know, 1-2 pixels probably, so you can't even see what's going on.
yeah, you got to get zoomed in a little bit more, and then that's also where reading the level 2 comes in handy.
Yeah, and that's also a weird, because I noticed that
Yes.
when I come in around the bell and I look at the charts, usually you see a couple types of charts all the time. So it's usually you see a lot of some kind of patterns between days and between weeks. And this is the first time that I've seen, I think, something like that, that was had nothing happening, and suddenly at 9 a.m. it went up. So what I usually saw were stocks that started going up, I don't know, 5 hours before the bell, and there was already a lot of movement. And so this was weird, and I wasn't also sure what to expect, how it's going to move, because I haven't seen any stock with a chart like that so far.
Okay.
So I remember thinking about it because this one, like, yeah, you see the movement throughout the day, and it's kind of along the moving averages around VWAP. But here it was, yeah,
Yeah.
just a different kind of chart. So I think
Yeah.
that also threw me
I
off a
mean, just
bit.
look at it's a downward trend. Look at the fact that it's a downward trend too. I don't love that. So.
Hmm. Yeah, so the highs were getting lower,
Yep.
but because like something big had to have happened half an hour before, so I thought when the market opens, there's still a chance. But
Yeah. I get it.
because you see it almost doubled in 2 minutes at 9:05.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 750,000 shares of volume came in the first 1 minute of the day. So, that you hate to see that happen and then the price not move all that much. So,
Hmm. Well, actually, price in the first minute moved over 10%.
well,
Yeah,
so there you go.
yeah, it went from around $10 to $11. So
So you're
it did
feeling
have a
pretty
nice
happy
move.
there.
If I was looking at this stock from the beginning, I might have gotten it.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's see where
Yes.
you stopped out.
Well, I got stopped out immediately. So where is it?
So,
Yeah, I got stopped out like a couple seconds after entering. I'm not. Yeah, so I enter.
get in at 1080.
Yeah, and I got filled at 10:45 going down. So
Ooh,
it was just, yeah,
ooh.
there was no time for any reaction from my side, like changing the stop loss or and
Yeah.
because the chart was so small, I didn't even see. I just saw what's the current price. I didn't really see what's happening on
Well,
the.
I was the biggest deterrent, the biggest thing you could have seen there was that in the first 1 minute it was 750,000 shares of volume, and you're not seeing some doubling in price like you did over there at like 905.
Mhm.
That would be your biggest cue to be like, hey, wait a minute, like 750,000 shares of volume came in. Why didn't it run to like at least like $14 or to something like, that would be your biggest indicator. Be like, probably not going to touch that if it's taking that much volume and it's just not really moving anywhere. This is something a little weird is going on here. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's one of those ones where, yeah, there's just a lot of sellers sitting there at those levels and just kind of holding the price down.
Mhm. Okay. Oh, and I saw a similar setup that worked in previous days. So kind of forming a bull flag, and I thought it reached a bottom here around 8, and it stopped. So I decided to try it, but
Mm,
it went
yeah,
down.
you needed to wait to see what happened to that.
Yeah. I entered too quickly.
I mean, it went up a little bit, like a teeny tiny bit, not like
Yeah,
2 cents, but no, yeah.
yeah, and then it's going to just go, yeah, see, go down.
Oh, that was that.
So I got stopped on the
Jeez,
way down.
man. Yeah, I think that, yeah, poor entry, poor
Yeah,
entry.
per entry, I got, because I had success in previous days with similar setup, I got, I thought that, okay, I've seen this chart, so it's going to do exactly the same as it did in previous days, but of course it doesn't work that way, so I didn't wait enough to see
No,
that it
I
has
mean,
really bottomed.
you also see 124 million share float, right?
Mhm.
That's not within our range at all. Um, I mean, it has a lot of volume, it's got a lot of volume, but yeah, I mean, we just call that getting smacked. I mean, you just got smacked out. You got in, and the prices dropped like 20 cents like that. And if you had just waited, right? Because the way we do the dip is you wait to see it start to come back, right? You got in when it was basically still going down. I didn't see any signs of actual recovery. You just assumed that rather
Yeah,
than
I assumed because that's what happened in previous days, so that was my problem.
okay, so yeah, because this could have been completely avoided had you just waited and said, okay, let me see some volume start to come in. Because if it's gonna reverse, like you don't have to get in at the very bottom
Mhm.
for you to be able to get the reversal on that. So, you
Yeah.
know, let some volume come back in, let the price start to go up a little bit. You're getting in for the break of 825, high of day is 850. You're getting out like 840 if that were to be the case. So you understand what happened, why what happened, and that's the most crucial part. You
Mhm.
assumed it was going to happen, you didn't wait to see with your own two eyes the price picking back up, and so you got in and you got smacked for it. So kind of what happens.
Okay, and Wednesday, so yes, yesterday. Today I had a call when the market opened, what I couldn't move, so I didn't trade today. But okay, so this was okay, so this is at the bell, and I enter, I don't know, 5 seconds later. Well, let's see why I chose this. Was it? Okay, so yeah, so it wasn't at the top of the scanner. It's the fourth one. Uh, I know why I chose this one, because this one was above all the moving averages and VWAP, and the others didn't look that well. So that's why I chose the fourth one.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, and I enter somewhere. Oh, here.
Okay. I don't hate
Expecting a
that
breakout.
entry.
Yeah, it looked like a breakout to me for a second, but then it went down.
Yeah, yeah. And where did you get out?
I got stopped out 592.
Okay. So yeah, I'd like to see you tighten up that stop loss a little bit. Okay. And
Yeah,
know,
but
we're
by
all
default I do 2%, but usually there's a difference between where I have a stop loss and where I get filled. So it's usually more than 2%.
okay.
But I also need to give it some room. Like, of course, the best would be if it just, the moment I enter, it just pops. But if it doesn't happen, I have to give it a bit of room. So I try to do the stop loss as tight as possible, but I also don't want to get stopped out because of some like fake.
Fake,
Well,
like
but
a little drop,
fake,
but then you get
yeah,
the
fake,
pop.
yeah, fake drop or.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. The only thing I'm seeing here that's concerning me is that your winners are just kind of quite small. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that's a
that's why
couple
I noticed, like with the previous trade, that's what my thought. But I just noticed that
exactly. Yeah, I
the
mean,
losers are bigger than the winners.
exactly, and that's the
That's the
problem. So,
problem.
like, even though maybe you had a few good green days in a row consecutively, you come in, you lose 40 cents in one day. That wipes out previous however many days. So that's really just the biggest concern right here, which you've up until I think that's the biggest loss I've ever seen you take. It's 40 cents at one time. I mean, you're pretty good about stopping out, having your stops set. I would encourage you to just tighten them up even a little bit more, because as you see, when you get in and you're right and you're green, it just goes straight up. It doesn't really drop. If it drops, that means you slightly mistimed it. I would just be saying, yeah, like tighten that up a bit, and you just have to. It's just a hard rule. It's just a hard rule, because otherwise, you're just going to wipe out all your progress, and that's not great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, for practicing, freaking day trading for, 3 months now, I mean, not bad. You know what I mean? Like, not bad. I mean, this is, and you've legitimately been better every week than the week before that I've seen you. And this week is even better than last week. And last week I was like, man, you're getting a lot better. And this week you come in, you're even better. Do you have another one here?
Yeah, but the last one,
Okay, let's see it.
that was also red, so it had such big candle. I don't know why I decided that it's going to go up even more. So I entered and it got halted. Yeah, so yeah, it got halted around where I entered. It moved a bit, so it didn't go up, and it got halted for 5 minutes. And then after the hold, it went down. So
Let's
it
see
went.
let me see where it opens.
Uh, yeah, see, so it's on the open. It went straight down, and then it went straight up. So I
Yeah,
got.
that's
Yeah.
the very typical pattern of a halt. That again, I just prefer stopping out manually. Now, that takes a higher degree of self-control. I like that you're trading the leading gapper right there, up 86%, 18 million share float, plenty of volume in these candlesticks to be trading. I just hate to see you get stopped out in that way, because that's just super typical. As you see, it opens a little bit higher than where it was, dips, you buy the dip and you ride it back up.
Yeah, the problem is I wasn't aware that it's going to get halted. Like, okay, I should have known because of its very big candle, but the problem is that the way the platform shows that it's about to get. Oh, so you see
Yeah,
here this very small blue dot next to the word shortable. So this
yeah.
means that it's going to get halted in a couple seconds. So there's no way to see it.
That's not super helpful, because
Yeah, but, and I checked the platform and I checked online. It's the only way that the platform is signaling that the stock is about to get halted.
oof, yeah,
So
that's
you
not
can,
super
yeah,
helpful.
so that's kind of annoying. But I should have expected it based off 1 minute candle that went how much? 10
Yeah.
cents. 10% on a $15 stock.
Well, if you see that starting to happen, you know, then maybe start peaking up there for that little dot. But yeah, that's tough because I get the L. It says L, like where it says ARCA right there at 1703 on the level 2. You know, mine would say LULD and it'd be in like in a red bar, so it's a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
more.
yeah. I remember that your platform shows it like that. But
Yeah,
apparently, this platform is not showing it on level 2. It's only this small dot that you can see it with the corner of your eye if you are looking at the chart or level 2. It's just not possible.
yeah, that's tough. So
But it
um,
wasn't a problem usually. It's the second time I was stuck in a stock that got halted. And the first time I got 3% after it opened because it just went up after the hold. And this time it went down immediately. So it's
yeah,
not really such a big problem for me that I'm stuck in a halted stock. It doesn't happen often.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
you hate to see it, but overall, man, you're making a lot of progress as a trader. Um, really proud of you, man. Like really excited to see your progress and see you continue to get even better. It sounds like we just got to work on, I'd say, tightening the stop. Tightening your consistency has gone way up. Towards the end of, I think it was last week there, you had, you know, those 22-cent trades that you caught. Those were bigger wins. So you got to a place where you were able to let your winners win. You know, we use 10 cents as like a benchmark, you know, minimum profit. We really don't want to see you taking profit under 10 cents. You really should be able to catch moves, you know, minimum 10 cents. You're trading the right stocks. Remember that you had to overcome that. So much better at, you know, seeing the right stocks. What we saw here today, what the issue was, you know, getting stopped out in a big way. And that's what we really got to avoid. Really got to avoid that at all costs. That will ruin you as a trader, is holding stocks down longer than you should, farther than you should. I just tend to stop out immediately. Because all of your trades that are green, they're not dipping. You know, there was that one where you had to hold for like a minute to like let it go, but it didn't dip far. I think it looked like it was only like 5 cents. It was only like a 5 cent little thing in there. So you know, and I will say the two that you did get smacked down on, they were very fast drops. I mean, they were almost immediate. So it's not like you were sitting in there watching it go down 10 cents, 20 cents. So they're like, oh, I don't know. Like it was like you were in and it just. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. It does happen. Obviously, we cannot control the markets. We can't do anything we could. I mean, you know, you had a stop in place there, so that's fine. I'm glad you got out where you did. Because it can happen to where sometimes you get hit like that, you go down just so quickly, and it kind of fries your brain a little bit to where you're like, oh, and then you don't stop out when you know that you should. So that is a place that an automatic stop comes in handy, is when things like that happen, where you're like, holy crap, like what just happened? You're already out of the trade. Before your mind even has time to catch up to what just happened. So very good, man. Really proud of you. Let's make sure that the charts look like actual charts and not just like some giant green candle in the front there with just like this like weird little downward trend. You know, that's not what we're trying. I know you got fooled by that big candle in the beginning there, but just for next time, you know, we want to see an upward trend. And then that other time, we want to see the volume actually turn around and actually start to go back up. before we just assume we're at the bottom while it's still going down. So
Mhm.
just a couple minor things, you know what I mean? Like you've gotten the foundations of it down, like you're doing it, you know what I mean? Like you're doing it, you know, how much time a day are you spending on it?
Less than half an hour.
You know, I mean, you know, 1 hour of a 24-hour period is like 4% of your day, a little over 4% of your day. So you're spending like 2% of your day to have a new money making skill that you're getting better at. You're getting better at, you're getting better at. You know, it keeps you sharp as a person. You know, you have to be able to, you know, process that information. And like you said at the start of the call, you've gotten to a place to where you're doing it and you're not really having to think about it a whole lot. It's pretty much habit. I would just encourage you to just stay on top of those little nuances that we just talked about there, you know, making sure that you actually see the reversal start to reverse before you go get in there. You know, we're getting in here rather than here. Just because there's a moving average there doesn't mean it's going to hold it. Okay.
Mhm.
And then, you know, I mean, yeah, getting smacked down like that, sometimes it's just going to happen. It's just going to, it's happened to me. But I mean, dude, just lots of progress, whole lot of progress, man. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, me too.
Cool, man. You need anything else from me? Feel good?
Yeah, I feel good. I know everything, and I'll be trying again tomorrow.
Yeah. I love your consistency. You're there. You're doing it. You're not missing days. You're following the rules. Are you journaling? Are you doing your journal before or after?
No, I'm not doing the journaling.
Oh, let's do some journaling, man. Get some journaling in there. After you know, particularly on your red days, just run back through there and ask yourself why what happened, and you know, you'll be glad you did. I'll be glad you did. Just, you know, 8 to 12 sentences. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just until you feel strong about, you know, exactly why what happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Keep it up, man. Really proud of you.
Thanks.
Here, throw the host back to me so we can stop recording.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Had a really nice session here today with you. Went over time a little bit. No big deal. I just love to see your progress, man.